So you don't know how to edit in Premiere Pro 2014. Well, you're lucky. I'm here to show you what to do. All right, let's click OK. Just click OK. Get this new project started. Okay, first things first. Okay, we are recording. And we will go to File, New, Sequence. There it is. Click it. There we go. All right, so now basically Premiere is asking us, what did we shoot on? So take your best guess. I know what we shot on because it was my camera. So I am going to bring this up. You can look at that, 29.97 frames per second. Sometimes it's 24 frames per second. Sometimes it's 30. But look into the specs of your phone or your camera and find out what the format was. What did you capture it as? All right, so let's import some footage into this bad boy and let's get going. All right, oh, that's Stories from the Pound. We shot that a ways back. Still needs to be edited by someone. Jake Adambucci were the directors last week, and that's all their footage, which we will click and bring in at once. I held down the button. I left-clicked and pulled all that in at once. So it's going to put it up in that top left-hand window. Still importing, because obviously there's quite a few files being brought in. And we are done. All right, but what does that word pending mean? It means we got to wait a bit. So in the bottom right-hand corner, we have files being transcoded. Just they're being converted to a something that Premiere can easily edit. So it's making these temporary files in a folder somewhere in your computer. So it can edit fast and furious. 7? 6 is the latest one? I don't know. I don't watch them. All right, so we got Jader and Jenna. And this seems to be sort of a long shot, like a 2-shot. And yeah, so most times what I do is go to the last long shot. Usually that's the one I was happy with. Then I moved on to close-ups. So that is what I will do. Now, again, these files are still being transcoded. So like now is a great time to go get a coffee, beer, donut, croissant, whatever the heck you eat. Wait, you're on a no-carbs diet? I don't know, eat a chunk of ham. Do that. Okay, whatever you want to do, this is when you do it. Leave your computer. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that blue bar. That just means it's transcoding. Let it do it. Let it do its thing. You can edit at this point, but it really slows things down. Maybe I'll try. We'll see if my laptop will pull this off. This is a risky move. Premiere could crash. All right, so this is called scrubbing. So basically you go back and forth in your footage. Hey, what? Jader, stop slapping Jenna. Oh my God. All right. So that's the long shot, of course. That's the second clip. So once it says, well, once you see no pending, that means you can sort of work with the footage. But again, once you start doing that, it slows down the transcoding. So again, I recommend eating a big piece of ham or whatever you do. Whatever you kids do. Okay, so I'm going to sit and wait for a little bit. Man, again, if you got chunks of ham and brewskis, smoke them if you got them. All right, this is taking a while. So we've got 3 that have been transcoded. All right, so the third one is a close-up of Jenna. Not really close-up, more of a medium shot. So this right here is the last long shot that we did. So I'm going to start with that.
Okay, so just another one like my face. Okay, another one like that, okay? Sure.
Okay. All right, so the sound guy's talking there. Jader is stretching. Actors have to be limber. All right. So we're pretty good there. So this is the in point. See that little thing there, that little bracket? In point. So you got to hit that.
Software Fryer, which is Beatrice.
I answered to that name. What
All right, so we're looking for the out point now, where the long shot stops. So we will watch this through.
To be honest, no.
All right.
Whether my cousins Margaret and Ursula are deceived, they swore that you did love me.
They swore that you're almost sick for me.
They swore that you were head over.
You know, and sometimes if the last shot, the last long shot doesn't work out, I just grab the one before that.
Then do you not love me?
No, truly, but in a friendly manner.
A miracle. Here's our own hearts against our hands. Come. I will give thee by this light.
Now, if you're asking yourself why they're looking down, it's because they had their scripts down on stools, I think,
I would not deny you.
or on the floor.
This is a good day.
But hey,
I yield upon
you do what you got to do.
precaution, persuasion, sorry, and partly to save your life.
Then, peace. I'll stop your mouth.
Warms the heart. Okay. Anyways, a long shot normally isn't where the movie lies. That would be very boring to watch a long shot, the whole thing. This is just basically the master plan. It allows the editor to, know what the script is. So there we go. That's the good stuff. We want the medium shot with Jenna. But we want to find her last one, because normally that was the best one. Okay. Now we're into Jaders. Let's go back to Jenna. There she is. All right, so this is probably the last take.
We'll just do one more of those.
What the hell?
Okay. No. This side. Yeah.
All right, so we're looking for when she starts to say her lines. So I'm just going to grab this and scrub through. Scrubbing, of course, is just grabbing that and scrubbing quickly through. I found dialogue! All right. Play. Stop. In point. See that? That bracket off to the left?
Soft and fair.
That's your in point. You're telling the program that's where I want to start grabbing the clip.
I answered to that name. What is your will?
Do you not?
All right, so I have my in point and my out point. So now Premiere knows what I want to grab. So I'm thinking, let's move that toolbar. That's where all your tools are, of course. All right, let's stop right there. I'm thinking I want to start with a long shot, just to show the audience where the actors are standing, and then move into the close-ups.
Friar, which is
Where am I going to cut? Okay, so I'm clicking the razor tool and putting it where I want to cut. Bloop! Cut. All right, so now I have two clips where there was just one before. Then I'm grabbing that second tool from the top and pulling that over, making some room. Now, I did my in point and my out point, so Adobe Premiere Pro saying, hey, that's the clip he wants to use. Now, as you can see, you saw me click the magnet button, and it was unclicked there. But when I click it, it will go right tight against it and sort of snap to it with the magnet button. That's what that magnet button's all about, if you've ever wondered. Okay, so we have the long shot. Now we're going to cut off the long shot with Jenna saying that dialogue, of course. I'm just clicking it with the left clicking and pulling to the cursor. And it snaps to it because magnet mode is working. All right, we're going to click this second tool, that arrow, and pull that all the way over. It snaps right to it. And let's see what's we got.
soft and fair. Friar,
Soft and fair.
which is Beatrice.
I answered to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why no?
Okay, so basically what I'm doing is just using Jader's long shot lines as a filler. And I will come back later and put his stuff in. So let's do this one more time just to show you how it's done. We're looking in the source window, the raw footage, and I'm basically looking for Jenna's next line. Okay, right there. In point. In point. Press play.
I answer to that name. What is your will? Wait, no. No more than reason.
All right. Now I have a middle sort of mouse wheel on my mouse, and I can, if you scrub through that, like push it forward and backwards, you can go frame by frame. So I found my in point and my out point. And we're going to click this little button. What's this button? Insert. Click. It just automatically shifts it over and makes everything just work. So it shoved all the other footage to the right and put that in there. That's the insert button. That's the fastest way to do it. So the first time I showed you how to use the razor blade tool and the arrow tool. This is the best way to do it. But there's always like 2 or 3 ways to do everything in Premiere Pro. Okay, so we have a nice little clip there. Now this here, I hit I and O, and those are your in points and your out points of your entire project. And it snaps using the magnetic system to the end of your clip there. And let's export this. So I went to Export Media. Then this looks complicated if you've never tried before. We're just going to go to my favorite, which is Windows Media. You can do MPEG-4 or go QuickTime, then go MPEG-4, whatever floats your boat. But this you have to know, 1920 by 1080. See, I unchecked that link there because you can run into trouble. But 1920 by 1080 is HD, like good HD, 1080p HD. But when it was linked together, it screwed it up. Always type in 1920 by 1080. Repeat after me. 1920 by 1080. Oh, good for you. Okay, all right. Now, square pixels. This is important. The camera shot at 1.33 for the pixel aspect ratio. But see how the black's there? So see, that's why it's screwed up. But we can save the day with the square pixel, 1.0. Now I know my camera is upper first. Most cameras nowadays just shoot progressive, which is 1 frame at a time. Back in the day, it was split into 2 pieces. You guys probably don't have to worry about that too much. That's just old school nonsense. But anyways, this is still a good camera. Okay, so now it's saying VBR 2-pass. It seems so complicated. Basically anything you choose there is fine. 2-pass is better than 1. I've clicked maximum render quality. Again, if you didn't click that, you're still going to be fine. It's all right. Things will work out. Life is good. All right, so audio, of course, we're going to click through here. The bit rate could be higher. Again, if it was at 96, you'd be fine. Everything would be all right. Your video would be fine. Don't worry. Don't cry. It's okay if it was at 92 or whatever it was. 192 is just better. I'm just scrolling through here, just making sure everything adds up. I hate when I render something and something was off. Most times you're fine. Okay, so the output name. Let's name this something. So let's go to video, my teaching folder, so that you know what this clip is. It's important too. So Jader and Jenna in love. But hiding it from each other. See, now I know what this is. And not willing to express how they really feel. See, now I know what this clip is. I'm not going to get it mixed up with anything else. It's I'm spelling it out, literally. Spelling it out. That's like the longest video title I've ever done. Seriously, that's true. But anyways, we are going to go to export here. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, there we go. It is now, it's doing pass 1 of 2 because I did VBR 2 pass. But now it does it combines everything and makes a clip for us. And this is how you export from Premiere, and then you get the final video. All right, so it takes a bit of time, especially when you go 2 pass. You don't have to, but it's higher quality, which we want. Because when you upload it to something like YouTube, they compress it down to a smaller file. So you always want to upload it at the highest file size you possibly can. That's why you go that, 1920 by 1080 HD. And then let's say someone rips it from YouTube. YouTube's compressed it once, then, whoever's watched it and wants a copy, rips it again, it gets compressed again. So they end up with like a lower quality copy. So this is almost done, 79%. 81. Again, if you've got hunks of ham or coffee or beer or wine, whatever you got, now's the time to smoke them. All right, we're on to just about done. All right, so there we go. It's done. It's exported. Now let's go, again, save the file just in case. Save as. Put it in the right folder so you know where to find it. Premiere will default to some weird, folder that you'll never find. So put it somewhere where you know where it is. Just like your keys to your car. Okay, so save the project. It has been completed. Task completed. Let's move on to, there's my teaching folder. And video. And wow, that's a long title. But there it is.
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Fair. Friar.
Oh, my
To the Beatrix.
player's screwing up a bit, but
Fair.
Jader and Jenna in love, but hiding it from each other, not willing to express how they really feel.
What is your will?
Well, do you not love me?
We just edited a clip.
Friar.
It's looping, but it's edited and good to go.
Well, do you not love me? Soft.
Guys, I'm tearing up here, so they did a good job. All right, and there's more to edit. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring, but it is very simple if you just keep at it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Cheers. Peace.